We as humans have a fundamental need to belong. As first-year students, our students go through a lot. During transitions such as this, questions of belonging are often at the forefront of students' mind. Everyone often is going through something, and we're often reluctant to admit this. What students need and what they want is to hear from you as an instructor that their experience, their doubts, their uncertainty is normal. This is a very important responsibility that we carry as instructors to shape the culture, shape the climate of our classrooms. And what our research has found is that this matters a lot. We have a lot of power to shape the climate of our classrooms and to address these concerns that our students shoulder. This type of climate has a huge impact on whether students meet their full potential. Whether students feel like they belong at the university has huge implications for whether they stick around, whether they graduate, how well they do in their classes. We found even some of our colleagues' work, this continues after they graduate and into the workforce. When students feel like they belong, they come to class more, they get better grades. They meet their full potential. Students who don't feel like they belong often don't fully engage with the domain. They will pull back, they will protect themselves from rejection, essentially. What my colleagues and I have done is we've actually developed an activity that's designed to address student concerns about belonging. On the first day of class, we'll do activities with our students, help them get to know each other, help us to get to know them. This is actually a really great opportunity, these icebreaker activities, to do more than just the normal. During transitions such as this, questions of belonging are often at the forefront of students' minds. What my colleagues and I have done is we've actually developed an activity, a brief 35 to 40-minute activity that you as an instructor could run at the beginning of class, at the beginning of the term, that's designed to address student concerns about belonging. This activity basically has four main components. The number one component, and maybe the most important one, is just you as the instructor verbalizing the message. Hey, class, I know you may be going through some things right now. That's totally normal, and it's gonna get better with time. Number two, you have students then reflect on their own experiences to date. Briefly, write a paragraph about a struggle that they've experienced during the transition to college so far. I'd encourage students to not only think about a struggle, but also how that struggle has improved or might improve in the future. Okay, so kind of getting students to think about their experience as unfolding on a trajectory. The third piece, we then just present students with stories from older students that kind of walked in their shoes, right? So that story might be something along the lines of, hey, I didn't go to a very good high school. I worried whether I'd be prepared. Over time, I kind of hit my stride. I found a study group. I went to office hours, and now things are going really well for me. Again, just sort of normalizing this, giving students examples of students just like them who went through this. And fourth, and finally, we have students then talk about it amongst themselves. They've just written a little bit about their own experience. They've heard it from the instructor, they've heard it from older students, and now it's their opportunity to hear it from each other. So students then have no problem sharing their experiences, thinking about what adversity they've faced. What we typically do is we ask them, hey, why do you think so many students don't like to admit when they're struggling? Students say things like, hey, people are often embarrassed to admit that they're struggling. Okay? They're saying that out loud, right? And so what we think this does is it changes the climate, it changes the culture of the classroom, makes students more willing to acknowledge when they're struggling, more willing to ask for help when they need it, more willing to help others when others need help. Over time, by the end of the term, what we see is they also get better grades. They come to class more, and some of our colleagues have even found the benefits of running this brief intervention continues after they graduate and into the workforce.
For more on belonging, go to the Pitt Undergraduate Studies webpage.